Last night, I had a dream. Not a Martin Luther King Jr. dream, a vivid and unsettling dream. I had just returned from a holiday with my family. We have been staying in our new home, which is located in another country for some reason, maybe Spain. Upon returning, we arrived at my first home, a place I no longer live in, a place in Ackworth. And I found it under construction due to a fire of some sort. Oddly enough, I didn't immediately notice that the house was filled with clothing racks and various items for sale shirts, jeans, paintings, things of that nature. It wasn't until I was standing naked in my old bedroom that I noticed a group of black people who suddenly burst in, browsing the merchandise as if attending a yard sale or fundraiser. I'm looking at them like, what the hell is going on? Startled and embarrassed by this, I shouted at them to leave, obviously, especially since a few of them were small children, and I'm standing there like almost naked. More people began flooding into the house as I ran around trying to hide and find clothes to cover myself. I eventually found a shirt, but I couldn't locate any underwear. In desperation, I wrapped a towel around my waist. I then went to the back of my upstairs bedroom seeking privacy. Inside my closet was a sunroom connected to the master bedroom. This is a very private place inside my home. I went in and sat on the floor, trying to block the entrance with a mattress, since there was no door. Despite my efforts, people still tried to come in. I shouted at them, angrily, declaring that this part of the house was off limits. You can't come in here. As I sat there, I began using telekinesis to move chairs back and forth across the room, attempting to assert some kind of control over the space. I don't know why, but that's just what I did. Eventually, I managed to escape outside and found refuge in a nearby barn. Maybe it was red, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. Believing I was safe until the fundraiser was over. But then I noticed a remote controlled drone with wheels rolling down a hill into the woods. It suddenly changed direction, turned back towards me, lifted off the ground, and began hovering over me, filming me as I hid, still wearing only a t-shirt and a towel wrapped around my waist. Somehow I escaped that scene and found myself approaching a truck with a black man sitting inside. Another black man came up with a gun, demanding the driver slide over so he could take the vehicle. As I approached, I said to the robber, "You should shoot him!" The driver, now standing outside the truck, turned to me in shock and anger, asking why I would say such a thing. I tried to push him away, grabbing both his arms and bending them back in defense. Just then my son appeared and I fled the scene. As I walked back toward my house, a crowd of black people began gathering around me. They mocked me for wearing a towel around my waist, hurling insults and accusing me of being part of the LGBTQ community. I felt humiliated and afraid, certain that they were about to attack me. As they closed in on me, I kept walking, desperate to get home, and then I woke up. Crazy, y'all.